The premium hatch segment might have only seen a couple of updates, but that's because the action was happening in the compact sedan space. Hyundai resurrected the Accent brand by sticking a boot onto the Grand i10, and Tata Motors, the company that created the segment, resurrected itself with the all-new Zest. Now the Zest is not a funked-up Indigo or a facelifted Manza. This is an all-new car, and Tata stuffed it to bursting with new technology. Primary among it is the Revotron, the all-new 1.2-litre turbocharged petrol engine, which will be the standard petrol engine. Power figures are pretty decent. This engine's doing 90 bhp and 140 newtons of torque. You've got 3 engine modes to choose from, which is a little gimmicky because when we drove the car, we noticed no clear difference. Tata Motors cars do have a bit of a reputation for horrible suspensions, but the setup on the Zest is quite impressive. Whether you're driving flat out on the highway or crawling through some broken village road, this car will handle it quite nicely. Exterior design is sharp, but big props for the interior, spacious with decent amounts of leg and headroom. But the standout function is the audio and infotainment system that you'll find on the top-end version designed by Harman Kardon. This is a piece of kit you'll normally find in luxury German cars. There is still some skepticism about the Zest considering Tata Motors since the past few years, but we'd advise at least a test drive. Hyundai too reactivated its Accent brand, ensuring that people pronounced it right this time by changing the spelling. Like all small sedans in this category, the Accent is essentially a Grand i10 with a boot, so save for the rear end, the car is essentially the same as the hatch. Under the hood, you've got a petrol and a newish 1.1-litre diesel option doing 71 bhp, which is slightly more than the hatch. Driving this car in the city feels nice, as there are few things better than driving a high-torque diesel engine at low city speeds, but then you're completely losing all your juice out on the highway. With the addition of the boot, the wheelbase has been lengthened, giving you a lot more space in the rear, enough for 5 to sit decently with good amounts of leg and headroom. What you can also look forward to is the sheer amount of goodies you get with the higher-end versions, things like reverse cameras and cool glove box and multi-port audio systems. It might not be the best car to drive, but it might be the best small sedan to own. If you'd like your sedan a little larger, might we suggest this, the 2014 Honda City. It's an all-new car, but what's even newer and more improved about it is it now comes with a diesel engine. It's called the ID Tech with power figures of 100 bhp and 200 newtons of torque. What Honda have done with this engine is geared it to work best in the city, and that means the car responds beautifully in bumper-to-bumper traffic without those turbo bumps that can be a bit disconcerting when you're just getting from one red light to the next. The City used to have a reputation for being a bit harsh suspension-wise, but that's been rectified in the new car, and the City flattens most potholes with grace. Issues with the new City? The steering feels a little vague, and then there's that noise. This is an engine that's not shy about being a diesel, and everyone will know it. Another thing that Honda sorted out with the new City are the interiors. You're getting a lot of kit, and the rear seats are spacious and comfortable, but the design of the dash might put a few people off. But not too much evidently, because it still sits at the top of the charts. This might change soon. Because Maruti has entered the space. India's largest car company has a habit of dominating most of the segments it enters. In the premium compact segment with the all-new Ciaz, it looks like it has just what it needs. Powertrains are shared with the Ertiga MPV, so you've got a 1.4-litre petrol and the tried and tested Fiat-derived 1.3-litre diesel that's putting out 89 bhp and 200 newtons of torque. This is a car tuned to driving in the city and for maximum economy. It claims to be the most fuel-efficient car in this class, and because of its super lightweight, performance isn't compromised too much. You're also getting comfortable ride and decent handling. But what is the calling card of the Ciaz is going to be its size. It's a full half time larger than the competition like the City, which translates into an unbelievable amount of space and legroom. Features wise, you've got everything that you'll need: a Bluetooth touchscreen audio system, climate control and a reverse parking camera. The Ciaz also has the best quality Maruti interiors we've seen, with chrome ring buttons and soft touch plastics. With the Ciaz, Maruti's got mostly everything right: spacious, large, economical and a killer price.